Right now at 5:30, a tragic scene in Pulaski County. A man died after falling off a cliff while doing lawn work at a home near Lake Cumberland.
Well, that details coming up on WKYT this morning. We're also tracking the latest out of Fleming County this morning. Authorities tell us a man was shot and a manhunt is underway.
WKYT's Mark Barber on his way to Ashland, where Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis is due in court on a contempt of court charge.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning from the WKYT News team and welcome in. Here we are on Thursday, September 3rd. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Eventually, sometime in September, it'll start to feel like fall, but we're not quite there yet.
Yeah, Micah and I were talking just a little bit ago. You know, if the trend continues, September could be warmer than August was on average. Let's check in with him right now. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. You don't want that. You want September to feel like fall, even though fall comes later on in the month. But that's just when you start to transition into some really nice days. Unfortunately, we won't see that anytime soon. And when I say nice, the way it feels outside, look down in Corbin. I know it's a pretty dark screen, but you see the lights there on the sky cam. That shows you you're just not dealing with much fog at this very moment there on 75. Temperatures are in the 60s, even a 70-degree reading. 71 now. Currently in Jackson there in Breathitt County. School bus forecast at the bus stop 65. Coming home 88. Only a slight chance of rain, so most do stay dry. It's about the heat and humidity, and it's about your weekend too. We'll talk about that and show you if we are going to be seeing some thunderstorms coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
Well, embattled Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis due in court today after a same-sex couple asked a judge to hold her in contempt. Despite multiple orders to issue marriage licenses, Davis has refused.
4 couples have sued her, and they have filed that contempt of court motion now. And WKYT's Mark Barber is heading out to Ashland in Boyd County. He's joining us on the phone right now. Mark?
Mark, can you tell us what's expected to happen today?
What consequences Kim Davis could face today around 11 a.m. That's when she is set to face U.S. District Judge David Bunning here in federal court. Now, I just got to this federal courthouse here in Ashland, and already there are flashing lights. There are about 3 police cruisers outside of the building here. They are directing traffic. They've got some lanes closed here to make way for all the media. So no doubt a lot of preparations underway for this contempt hearing. Now, Judge Bunning, around 11 a.m., will decide whether he will hold Davis in contempt of court for defying his order to issue marriage licenses. So what consequences could she face? Well, Davis could be fined or even jailed for her actions. Yesterday afternoon, Davis and her attorneys asked the judge not to hold her in contempt, saying that that would be premature. Davis says she cannot issue those marriage licenses because it goes against the very core of her belief that God created marriage to be between a woman and a man. Now, yesterday, her legal team offered about 7 alternatives to her issuing licenses, including deputizing a neighboring county clerk to issue licenses, giving clerks an opt-out clause, and removing the personal nature of the authorization that Davis would have to provide. Now, her attorney's response also says that the request for contempt today comes when Davis has not been given all of her constitutional protections. Now, coming up on WKYT News at 6, we will be setting up a camera outside this courthouse. We will be here live throughout the morning, bringing you the very latest. And of course, you can always stay updated with us online, WKYT.com, as we are continually posting new and fresh content for you as often as we can get it. Bill, Rebecca.
Right, Mark, thank you very much. And Kentucky U.S. Senator and Republican presidential candidate Rand Paul has shown support for Kim Davis. He said Davis is standing for her beliefs and that is, quote, an important part of the American way. Senator Paul is scheduled to be on CBS this morning, right after WKYT this morning. He'll be talking about his campaign and the news of the day. Again, CBS This Morning airs on WKYT beginning at 7 a.m.
We are tracking a developing story out of Fleming County right now. Police there tell us a man's been shot. They're working on getting more information.
They do know, however, that the man shooter is still at large right now. Police say the victim has been flown to UK hospital, and that's where WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is joining us live. Michelle, good morning.
We don't know the condition of the victim, but what we do know is his shooter is still at large. Now, the victim was brought here to UK Hospital. Police say they responded to a shooting last night at 10 o'clock on South Lick Road in the Tilton community of Fleming County. Police say when they arrived, they found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. The man was flown to UK Hospital. Police say the scene on South Lick Road is not safe as the suspect is still on the run. Police also say the shooter is armed with a shotgun. I have put a call into KSP. Now, police will not release any more information on the suspect or the victim at this time. KSP did tell me they will release more information later this morning. Now, once again, one man was shot in the Tilton area of Fleming County. His condition is unknown, but what we do know is his shooter is on the loose and is expected to be armed and dangerous. In Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
We are tracking a disturbing case out of Lexington right now. A young man was arrested after police say he raped a child. 18-year-old Dalton Cook faces several charges, including rape, sodomy, and unlawful use of electronics. According to an arrest citation, Cook met a girl on Facebook. He'll be arraigned on those charges later today.
The time is 5:35 on WKYT this morning. A tragic accident in Pulaski County. Investigators say a man has died after riding his lawnmower off of a steep cliff. It happened yesterday afternoon outside a home on Waitsboro Drive, not far from Lake Cumberland. The county coroner says the victim was Jake Nykirk and worked for a local lawn service. He was mowing near an embankment when authorities say he got too close to the embankment. Authorities say the area is very dangerous.
I come down here all the time, and my daughter lives across the lake over here, and it's a really dangerous place. It's very treacherous. It's almost straight up and down, and you have a beautiful view, but you got to be careful.
The emergency management director says Nykirk fell at least 150 feet down the embankment. His body has been sent to Frankfurt for an autopsy.
Well, new this morning, 3 people were seriously injured in a wreck in Bell County. We're told just one car was involved in that crash in the 4-mile community north of Pineville. Police say they were chasing a car that drove away from a traffic stop when the vehicle wrecked on Highway 25E. Officers say the driver is Dustin Thompson of Knoxville, Tennessee. A woman who heard the crash says she couldn't believe her ears when she ran outside to help.
I asked them if they needed anything, and they asked for a cooler and ice because a woman's arm had been cut off.
The driver and the 2 passengers are still alive, but they do have very serious injuries.
Police say the driver and his 2 female passengers were airlifted to the hospital outside of Kentucky. Authorities tell us they are alive, but are all seriously injured. They do think alcohol played a role in the crash.
We have new information this morning in a case out of Madison County where a teacher accused of having sex with one of her students has been cited for that. According to the Richmond Register, the alleged victim's father has asked authorities to drop the case against 24-year-old Brandy Whitaker. Whitaker is accused of having sex twice with a 16-year-old male student. Whitaker also waived her right to a preliminary hearing in court yesterday. An Oldham County inmate is on the run this morning after police say he stole an SUV while on work release. Police are searching for John William Foster IV. They say Foster has a long list of convictions for drug possession, robbery, and burglary. Foster was on work release when officers say he took off in a county-owned truck.
There's no indication at this point in time he's armed, but obviously you're dealing with a convicted felon, so we would advise people not to intercede. We don't have any reports as this time as far as which direction he might be heading. We're relying right now on citizens to be alert.
Police say Foster has tattoos across his chest and arms and is about 5'4", weighs about 200 pounds.
New this morning, the candidates for the state's next education commissioner have been identified. According to the Courier-Journal, those 2 finalists are Stephen Pruitt and Christopher Cook. One of the 2 will replace Terry Holliday, who retired last month. Cook is a former Illinois State Education Superintendent. Pruitt is the vice president of an education reform organization. Police are now connecting a string of recent veterinary clinic burglaries. Richmond police say 2 people tried to break into the Skipworth Animal Clinic on Merchant Drive early Tuesday morning. Police say something scared off the burglars before they could break open the door. Police think the same 2 people stole pet medicine from vet clinics in Lexington and in Nicholasville the same morning. Police want other clinics to be on alert.
We've upped our patrols and we're watching all the veterinary clinics, making sure that they're not getting broken into.
Well, Richmond police think these same 2 people may have also broken into the Skipworth Clinic in June and stole medicine at that time.
Well, they say they've had a string of bad luck. A Magoffin County family tells us they have lost their home to a fire for the 4th time. The latest fire started Tuesday in the Finch family's home in the Howards Branch community. No one was injured, but the family says they lost everything they owned. They say it has been one setback after another.
We had one this way, had a double wide right there burned, then a single wide right there. Then we had one burn ran this way, one of the first bought the place.
Do you know what caused the other fires?
Old house. Old wiring.
Old wiring. He said their firefighters are still trying to figure out what caused the latest fire. The Finch family is staying with other family members for the time being.
A new UK football season brings a new look for Commonwealth Stadium. Fans headed to Saturday's season opener will also notice new traffic patterns on Alumni Drive with 2 new roundabouts. Police are telling fans to arrive early to plan for traffic. If you're looking to park off campus, leaders of the First Christian Church near the stadium say they have 160 parking spaces for fans. It's $20 per car to park. If you'd like to find out more information, go to WKYT.com. It's going to be a big game day and a lot of excitement, but you always have to plan for all that traffic.
Have to have a game plan to get to the game.
To get to the game.
And then park and so forth. All right, 5:41 here in just a couple of seconds on WKYT. And time to check live drive traffic this morning. Reminder that EKU will be kicking off its football season tonight at Roy Kidd Stadium, so anticipate traffic in the Richmond area in the evening hours.
And taking a look at the Waze app, not showing a whole lot of action out there this morning. That could be a problem, but there is one alert. Looks like that spill on New Circle, the west part of New Circle, still causing a hazard of sorts near Newtown Pike. Other than that, should be a clear commute in for your commute this morning.
Make it a good Thursday, and we still have a lot more news coming up for you here on WKYT as we get this day off and rolling.
So are you getting stoked about the return of Bluebell ice cream? Maybe not as much as this guy. You'll get to hear his pastor's uplifting words of praise for Bluebell.
And I thought I was pumped up. That man is pumped up. Warm and humid conditions the next few days. It is good for ice cream. That takes you off into your weekend. We'll talk about this holiday weekend forecast coming up.